All right, silly gooses. How is everybody doing tonight? It's good to see you all. I hope you're staying warm. I'm so very tired of ice and snow. We had quite a bit over here where I am, and I hope that y'all didn't have near as much as I have. Marcus, I know, has had quite a bit, so I'm hoping he's doing all right tonight. All right, welcome in Kaz. Welcome in Chad. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here tonight, Chad. I believe you probably know mystery word this time, though. Awesome. That's fine. I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad to have you here, Chad and Kaz. Okay. But y'all feel free to just hang out, make yourselves at home and chat. Make fun of me as I greeble and do whatever you would like to do. I'm just glad you're here. So, moving into what we were working on last week, Nugs, who will probably join us here shortly, he kind of forgets what time I stream. Nugs suggested we do some sort of like factory look, and so we did, and we have these arches that go over top of the storage units. And so I really like the way it turned out. I experimented a little bit just off stream to see what I wanted to do. That way we can kind of streamline the build a little bit. I don't want to stay on the factory build forever. So I thought maybe we add these cross beams to make it look like they're supported. So we're going to work on that now, actually. And we will just see how it turns out from there. So we're going to use these blocks. These blocks, yes, this is exactly what they're called. If you wanted to know what they're called these blocks. The detailing slopes. So we will start on this side and match them. I'm thinking maybe if I can figure it out, maybe putting glass in the middle of that middle square would be good. As always, I do want to ask, how's the audio for everybody? Oh, yeah, Rafters over the storage unit. Looks like there should be a gantry crane. You know, that would be really cool if I knew how to build one. I would build one that would look like a silly goose tried to build a gantry crane. That's what it would look like. It would be horrifying for anybody that's ever used a gantry crane. They'd be like, yeah, this guy has no idea what a gantry crane actually looks like. These blocks have to be some of my favorite, Kaz. Like the detailing slopes, the detailing blocks in general are so good. They allow for a lot of greebling. And different detail at work that can be done. Borrow the idea from EC, it's in his Mars series. That's true. I could, but I don't have a green screen, and I'd have to green screen, you know, just so I can keep it in line with EC. You know, he green screens Mars on there. He's not actually on Mars. All right, yeah, so I like the idea of having these cross beams. My head canon, of course, and all of that, the way I always reason it is that it needs to be braced. Things like that, structural supports and braces like that really, I think, make it feel much more alive, if that makes sense. I feel like that needs one more out. Yep. I was playing SE1 last night and found myself at a loss because I didn't have the detailing blocks. Yeah, it's rough. Is Space Engineers 2 recommendable in its current state? I would say yes, especially if you enjoy the building aspect of the game. If you're much more combat oriented as far as for Space Engineers 1, maybe wait just a moment, but I'm all for saying yes. If you're wanting to do things like this and build and experiment and see what all you can do with the different new blocks you've been given, absolutely. Everything to me works quite well. There's some things that need to be ironed out, but that just comes with the fact that it's an early access game, right? Like, you're gonna find that anywhere with any game. And so we get to experience it as it is being worked on, and as it sort of evolves. So I would recommend it. Headcannon sound like sneezes would be dangerous. You don't even know. It's been a terrifying experience. There's holes in my walls everywhere. I sneezed one time and it took out a cat across the street. It was sad. Yeah. So something like that. It looks even. Yep. There we go. Good. Now I should be able to. You know what? I can partial copy this. Right. Yeah. I was about to say it took SC1 for a while, and so that's why I was there for a lot of SC1's evolution. So I guess I'm kind of used to it. It took how many years for SC1 to be considered out of alpha, and it's still not considered feature complete. No, it's not. They're still iterating and iterating and iterating, which is fine with me. It's kind of what I think that's pretty close to how it would be in game, right? You iterate. It's kind of funny that the game iterate on the game. Okay, partial copy. Let's see if I can do this. I don't use this enough to. How do I? Okay. Please let me partial copy this. You're not gonna let me partial copy? No. Oh, okay. Oh. I don't want to partial copy that. Okay. I I don't use this enough to be good at it, doing it right immediately. So it takes me a minute to figure stuff out, but I've got it, I think. So now you control C, right? All right, what are the, oh gosh, that did the whole thing. Oh, cancel. Partial copy. We'll do that again. I'm learning how to use it better. No. Yep. Yep. I'm getting there, y'all. He says as he messes it up. Nice, I did it. Look at me. Oh, what has happened? No, I don't need you to flip like that. Flip again. I did it. It only took 5 ever. Oh, that one might be smaller. Oh, okay. Okay, it's smaller there. So we will, there's an undo mechanic, right? No. Oh, crap. I'm almost out of life support. Here I am playing with the partial copy. What's chonking, big honking? Nice. What's up, Dig Rock? How you doing? Oh, I didn't say hi to My fault. Wanna make sure I said hi to Green Thumb. I'm glad to have you here. I answered your question, didn't say hi. I apologize. It is an odd shape to try and but also for some reason this is not on here. There we go. Unfortunately though, it looks like this particular section's a little bit larger. So we're gonna have to do this. Or it's just not gonna be even. I'll have to figure something out with that one. Come on now, I want to delete all of these, but we're not. You're just not gonna let me. I know I can delete these because they're in a row. Oh, I did sideways or up, vertical. It's an odd shape, but I was hoping it would make it easier instead of y'all watch me do that over and over again. I even watched Iron Short again to make sure I did it right. Can I get a honk? Yeah. You can get a honk, yeah, Chad. It's unfortunate that that's not the same size. Okay, well, we'll work on this one then. There we go. We'll just go. We'll go back about our business doing it this normal greebling way. How's everybody doing tonight? I know we got a few that are getting ready to have their kids go to sleep for bedtime. I know Cass said that, and got. And what else? What is everybody else up to? Should copy pasta the. Yeah, I could. I don't know. It might lend us. I don't know that it bothers me that it's not symmetrical. It might before too long, or maybe we just don't have the symmetry. You know. We do something else. We kind of adapt, overcome. I was interested in doing something. There's something that I wanted to try, and that has to do with the making it look like conveyors are coming out of the these ports, but not like actual conveyor blocks. Like if you think about it, like Satisfactory, those conveyors. That's what I want to try and make it look like is happening with some of them, just to make it look like something's like a bit more alive. I just trying to see what all I can do with the blocks. Well, I hate to keep you awake, Green Thumb, but I really am glad you came and join me. Semi-trees, the repeatable constant in the digital forest. You are right. I think it needs to go out one more. It does. Okay. All of these need, well, two more, because you got to have the facing inward. So let's do that. One more. Facing this way. There we go. Speaking of symmetries or trees in general, I'm still getting cursed by the or haunted by the invisible trees. I have to go and delete this one or drill this one that spawned right there every time I log in. I think IR is at like 200,000 PCU. You got some catching up to do. You're right. You're right. That's because I take so long to do anything. I have to admit that I take forever to build. He's much better and much more efficient at building than I am. Not to mention, I spent almost an entire stream looking for chromium. So there's that. I need to work on moving all of my storage over as well. Nice. I had iron. Yay. Maybe we put something like stack it up here, make it look like a gantry crane. Ooh, see? I think we figured it out. It may not be perfect, and I know that y'all could probably tell me what would be better with a gantry crane, but you know. So the next step after we get all this done, I think now we actually want to do something with this. And I don't know that I can build a perfect crane sort of thing, but that would be kind of cool. I don't know that I want to close it in. The more I think about it, the more I want to keep it out, like make it look like it's an actual factory, just out and about sort of thing. I'll figure out my words in a moment. Just give me 1 second to continue talking and rambling, and I'll work my way through my entire vocabulary to find the word I'm looking for. I just want it to look open air now. I think throw some glass panels here everywhere, every now and then. Oh, my bad. I meant the next step with what the proper way to figure out how many blocks you need for the diagonal piece without doing it manually. Oh, I need 1 second. I missed something. I see any chance. Is there a multiplayer server that you host by any chance? Do you mean for Space Engineers, Green Thumb? Because there's not multiplayer right now in SE2. That'll be a little while away before we get a multiplayer. I don't, because if it's about SE1, I don't have one personally yet. That's on my list of things to get started, actually. So I think that would be awesome. I could certainly justify getting one if I knew people were going to play on it. Okay. Oh, I still have this one over here to do. Oh, chat's rolling tonight. I like the tree. The rocks on Kamek are also constantly in the way. Haven't found a great workaround dealing with the rocks and trees. I've been able to instead of a rolling gantry crane, you could always attempt to build a swing boom crane arm for moving stuff around. I could, yeah. I can do what we'll work on it as we go. Hey, what's going on, Average Construction? How are you? I think it's cut off the rest of your name. If I'm not mistaken, is that Average Construction? I just got the notification you subscribed to me not too long ago. Donkey? Is that what it was? Either way, welcome into the chat, into the stream. We are playing some SE2 tonight. Working on the base here. Good to have you. You'd be amazed at how many ships I can crash. How many ships I can crash trying to dock somewhere. You and me both. You and me both. Let me tell you. How's the game so far? I really enjoy it. I'm a whole lot into like extra detailing and greebling. I enjoy trying to add stuff to builds that make sense. You know, if the tutorial I did on like design and stuff didn't clue you in, I really like the design aspect of the game, and so I really enjoy doing this part right here more than anything. I like making pretty stuff. Oh wait, swing boom not possible without work. No, yeah, it would have to be like a visual thing for now. It's really just a to look at. What about a vehicle crane? So like general purpose crane on a chassis. Yeah. Unfortunately, we couldn't. I think it'd be more of just a aesthetic thing for now. Like, what if it would make no sense for anybody that knows what a gantry crane does or how it works. I mean, what I could do is to make it, at least build something up to make it look like a crane, quote unquote, as a way to add to the life of it. And so if we were to build up from here, okay, there we go. I was a 669th subscriber and have been terrorizing your Discord with bad questions ever since. There are no bad questions. I trust me when I tell you that everybody here that's got a lot of time in Space Engineers have asked the similar, if not the same question that you have asked. There's such a big, a lot of stuff to learn with Space Engineers that I welcome the questions, all the questions, and sometimes I learn from answering the questions too, having to search and research to make sure I answer them correctly. Now I was thinking maybe we just have some sort of crane looking thing reaching down here. It won't function by any means, but it would look cool, and I think that's what matters, right? If I were to start a new SE playthrough, would I be better in SE1 or SE2? Well, it depends on what you're looking for. If I can be honest, Green Thumb, it's gonna be what do you want to do? Because you're gonna have a lot more options with SE1. Right now, there's not a lot in the game for SE2 when it comes to combat or anything like that. However, you can build ships, you can build mining ships and build things. To answer your question, to answer your question, average construction, they are about to be in the game. I don't know when that releases, but they have been teasing rover wheels and stuff, so eventually that's not I need another level up. They are teasing, or they have released teaser concept art for the wheels, so they're working on it. It should be in the next update, if I'm not mistaken. And the next big update for Space Engineers 2, they're adding the wheels. Merrick just talked about them not too long ago in his newsletter. Oh, that's mixing paint with kitty litter, throwing it to the wall and calling it stucco. Wait a minute, what if that's how stucco's actually made, Chad? What if you've broken some secret that we're not supposed to know? What if stucco actually is just paint and kitty litter thrown against the wall? And we've been gaslit the entire time into thinking it's something else. We're gonna get, like, somebody's gonna kidnap me now that I've said that out on the internet. Big Stucco is gonna take me out. All right. Hello? Okay, there we go. And you see, we're gonna weld these beams up. We're gonna work on our functional, non-functional crane. Yeah, that made sense. Our visibly, it should look like it functions, but it's not going to. crane. Our functional, non-functional crane. That's what I said. I said it. I'll say it with pride. It's don't get gaslit near me. I'm a smoker. One spark and you'll be warm for the rest of your life. Yeah, all 10 seconds or 30 seconds. Okay, for the crane experts, would the crane be across 1 or 2 bars? Would it be 2 bars? It'd be on a track, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh boy. So, wait. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these, okay, what if we did this? I think having an unlisted gantry crane in the workshop, I could send for reference, but it's much bigger than what you're doing. Right. Single beam. Okay, we'll do 2 because this was, you know, it's a factory, and as much as I have to carry iron around, we'll do it this. Okay. Okay, well, okay. I was just kidding on that one. I think I tricked myself. Like, it's not going to look like any this is a new project for me. I've actually never built a crane this way. But it's for the aesthetics, and I love my aesthetics. So long as it tells a story. Is it going to be a portal crane? You know what? Green Thumb, it's gonna be a miracle if it even looks like a crane. I want to be real. It's like, okay, so I imagine it like maybe having some sort of little thing here. We're trying to simulate stuff because we actually don't have the blocks needed to make a functional crane. I don't know what it was doing just now. Hello, Nugs. Too bad we didn't have any cables. You're right. What if we did this? I want it to look like it's being... Oh, it's too... I forgot it was too wide. That's fine. What? Okay, hang on. What if we... It doesn't have to be center, right? So what if it's like it's been moving and so it's parked here and we go out? Well, that just doubled my problem. I hope y'all didn't tune in for Professional Space Engineers 2 gameplay. I do like it a little bit larger though, with that larger base though. Okay, I need to get my energy back real quick. Can't wait till I upgrade my PC enough to play this, just for the release, just for them to release the water update and make me upgrade again. Yeah, that's what I'm. So supposedly this is where a lake's gonna be. Can I call you Donkey? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So Donkey, I think that this is where a lake is supposed to be. So I believe that one day I'm gonna log in to start a stream, and my entire computer will just go thermonuclear. Nuclear, and we'll see if I stream that day. I tuned in for mediocre space engineers. Don't worry. Sweet. Well, you came to the right place. And then what if we repeat it up here? I think this is a good idea. It may look nothing like the crane y'all are thinking of, but you know what? This is a Silly Goose crane. The Silly Goose space program has its own prototype crane. It's terrible, but it is what it is. Oh, that's right. They did say previous saves. Well, good. Then I won't accidentally like find myself trying to extinguish my computer. I have to imagine by the time they get water in there, they will have it optimized as best as they can. I would hope so. That's a heavy amount of processing to not have it optimized. It looks pretty good from what I've been seeing with like everybody doing the water experiments and whatnot. Rev is absolutely trying to imply that this is SC2 amateur hour. This is SC2 decently okay at building hour. This is a prototype crane, everybody. I hope you're ready to see something really cool. I wish I could make it look like a goose now that I think about it. It Rev's decently okay at building stream. For SE1, if I'm building a warship, would I go small and fast or bulky? Well, there's a place for both of them, honestly. It just depends on what you think you're going to be best at, and as far as combat, small and fast is really good if you don't want to armor it near as much. That would be a good way. It would depend on the role of the ship, I would say. Like, so all the builds that I have on SE1, I have this ideas of them being like role based on the role I want them to play in the fleet. So it's much more a design choice on my part, but I know that a lot of people, they're smaller craft. They want them to be very nimble, because you know, one good railgun shot will take them out. I mean, that would happen with the big ships too. But if you do bulky, you'll be able to survive a little bit more. So it just depends on whether you want to sit in battle and just take punches or not. Is anyone? Oh man. Well, so the faction name that I use, it's on my server on my save on SE1, and on it will be for SE2, is the Silly Goose Space Program. It's actually the same name as the. Can I can't. Kind of wish I would be able to. Wait, come on, Rev, use your brain. Would this let me? No. Dang it. I'm gonna have to readjust some stuff, I think. Let's ask Miss Rev. I wouldn't trust her on. I would trust her honest opinion, Miss Rev. Yeah, if it's 2x2, it would be hard to place a rotor in the future. Thankfully, it's much more likely that I won't be able to use this save once they do add rotors. Like every big update, they're gonna have to go back and we'll have to go back and start again, which doesn't bother me too much. I've done it for 10 years now. So you know, in the event that I do make an actual gantry crane, I know now not to build the way I'm building. But yeah, I think all of the big updates are gonna make it to where we have to restart, which is fine. I'm wondering if I can like go out more. I need to be able to That's right, and that's right. More space engineers is never a bad thing. Oh, okay. It's like, what do you do? Do we use the big block here in the middle? Is that connected? I feel like it's connected. I know. Yeah, it's not like it's like every time, right? It's not like every week or every 2 weeks or so. I was really hoping that I could not have this. Wonder if we find a way to use these blocks, would that be better? Oh, yeah. Something like that. Oh, yeah, that really does look like rails. Unfortunately, I have an idea. The rails need to face inwards, right? Yeah, we had to face this way. Okay, maybe we extend it out. I have to make sure that I don't cut that, because then this whole piece will fall. No, it won't. They're connected. I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay. Yeah, so it'd have to be extended out one in order to... Okay, so we have to do it facing down as well, because I can't, you won't be able to see the... Unless I extend it out and do 3x, which would actually be better for me, but that would make it uneven. You know what? I'm actually going to do that. I would much rather have 2 rails as opposed to the one. You know what they say, iterate, iterate, iterate. I have not made a waffle iron yet. I'm missing out. He actually found a planetary encounter, a wreck of a helicopter. I jokingly called it the Luna. You don't bring your helicopters to the moon, Chad? I need to make a waffle iron now. Oh, hey, Game Dork. I'll be in and out. I have a... If you and I need... Okay, nice. Using the interior wall pillar for the crossbars are a good way to make the crane look like it has tracks sitting on... using the black slit on the pillar. Yep, we're gonna do that. I don't feel connected. All right, there we go. I will say sorry if I missed your chats, y'all. I when I get hyper focused on stuff, this tends to happen. So I say I can just I see. Ah! Ah! Is that right? That's right. Yay! I do love that precision feature. We know ADHD. Without hinges, that waffle iron won't waffle very well. That's true. It would just like... You could look at it. Do you want to do the pillars facing down? Would that look... I think that would probably be better. But either way, I need to extend this out one. When Rev gets hyper focused, he misses chat and forgets to close his mouth. I forgot I was gonna make a redemption for that. I missed it. So starting next week, there will be a redemption, and I entrust all of you all to use that redemption to remind me to close my mouth. Because the fact that we keep talking about it means that it happens quite often, which is terrifying to me, because now I don't want to go back and watch any of my VODs if I wanted to. Unless ADHD happens and I miss it. I wouldn't miss the redemption though, because it makes noises. For some reason, my chat notification, like my little ding that happens for that to let me know y'all talk, is delayed sometimes. Or when there's a bunch that come through all at once, it doesn't do it automatically. It just gets a little bogged down. I think we just wrap this. Is there hot sauce in that water bottle? No. It's actually not a sponsored G Fuel. Wouldn't that be cool if I got sponsored by G Fuel though? Maybe one of these days. When I'm a super big YouTuber. Now it bothers me that that's not It's fine. We're just gonna do this either anyways. We are gonna have symmetry there. What did you watch Rev Plays Games do today? Well, he spent 3 hours working on a crane that doesn't even work. But he had fun, and that's what matters. Oh, I love hot sauce. Is G Fuel even good? I never had it. It must be an influencer thing. Am I an influencer? No, I've had it once. I got it. So the story behind me getting the G Fuel, I enjoy it, is because I'm a big Fallout fanboy. If you couldn't tell by the entire display behind me. And I saw that they had a Nuka-Cola Quantum flavor and a Nuka-Cola Quantum like packaging for it, and so I wanted it so that I could eventually put it on the display. And so I actually it's ready to go. I just forgot to bring it down. Also, this music is very chill. I hope everybody's ready for the ASMR section of Rev Plays Games stream. We're not talking about hot tub streams tonight. We're gonna be family friendly the whole time. I'm never gonna hot tub stream. That was a one-off thing. It never happened actually. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't recall the name of it right now, but that green powder that looks like concentrated algae when you add water, to me looks absolutely disgusting. I don't know what you're talking about. This needs to be extended. Is that 2 of them? I guess this needs to go out here. Yeah, okay, I know what I'm doing. I promise, I know what I'm doing. He says as he goes through every tool he didn't need. If I'm doing a survival, should I use Reavers or just normal base game encounters? So the new base game encounters are really good. I would personally, I would experience them first if you can, if you feel like it. I would try to experience the new ones. I went and did a lot of the modded encounters myself using like the Reavers and whatnot. They're really fun, but I don't sleep on the modded or the regular, like the original vanilla encounters. They've done really well with them. They're a lot of fun. Lot to be done with those. And the newest ones they've added are pretty challenging. Some of them are, especially the military ones. Don't underestimate them. What? Okay, what if we? Now what it? I guess it would be, yeah. Now we'll use these blocks again. I forgot to change it to the cube, but there it is. What if we do that? Oh crap. Rev made a mistake. I'm expecting the happy little accident redemption any moment. Chad's really good about happy little accidenting me. I am the obstruction, apparently. Oh no, it's already. Hello? What are we doing? Why was that not letting me weld? Reavers get progressively more difficult as you go. Eventually they are showing up and attacking you at regular intervals. Yes. Which if you're wanting that, by all means, best of luck. But Reavers can be very very cruel. They don't care where you're at, and they don't care how much you love your base. They will destroy it, and then you will be rebuilding the entire thing. Great challenges though. But yeah, I would like I said, I would try doing the or try out the vanilla encounters, like the military encounters and stuff. I am most definitely hooked on SE2 for the most part. I missed the chat. I feel like SE added everything I've been waiting for years, but it happened already. Yep. Oh, Green Thumb, I missed that. Yeah, I would love to do that. Let me set up. Let me get a server started at some point. I'll do that here shortly. Well, not like right now, but here in the next few weeks, and we will set that up. I'd be happy to do a server on my Discord. I'm sorry I missed that chat. Again, I'm on crane mode. So do we do like a hooked on greebling? I am in fact hooked on greebling, as is Digrock and Ire, and a lot of us are hooked on it. I have to make sure I paint all of this, but I'm trying to get a crane shape, like a claw. That's what I was thinking of. It's a little claw game. There we go. Kind of. This looks like a claw, a crane, kind of. Isn't it that cranes usually have like a magnetic thingy? Yeah. It does. Remember, this is the prototype Silly Goose space program one, and in the Silly Goose space program, we like to mimic actual crane games. So I guess now we can paint it. So we do, I think it's have gray out right now. Yeah. Oh, I painted the floor. I'd love to be craned. Building cranes in SE1 is a lot of fun. I'm rather new to it, so there are a lot of guys in here that can build a lot better cranes than I can. I feel like there should be some sort of something going on here, and I just don't know what it is yet. I also need to just download the rest of the color mod so I can actually put my navy blue in. I'm still stuck without it. So I've only got 2 of my 3 colors. I guess we have to do the thing, or what? Do we do something like this? For this side. This is really where I wish we had wheels. Clang has not had mercy in SC2 already. I've seen some pretty funny things happen with SC2 and Clang. Dig Rock has an incredible video of Clang and SC2 trying to take out 2 of his ships, as does Ire. Builds and beats. So what's with the Streamlabs widget you and I are or what's the Streamlabs widget you and I are used for redeems? Is it just Cloudbot? It is just Cloudbot. Getting it set up to do that. One of these days, Dig Rock, you're in my Discord, right? You and I can sit down in VC in the voice chat and we can go over that if you want. I'd be glad to. Oh yeah, decimated them. Decimated. I used the wrong word. Flying decimated those 2 ships. Look, it kind of looks like a crane. What do we think? Everybody said it looks great. Yay. Maybe there should be like a coupler here. The claw. That's what we're gonna call it. It's the claw. You just wait. I'm gonna catch up to Ire on PCU before too long. That's fun. Yeah, I like that. Also, I painted that one. I need you to not be gray. Thank you. Not yet, anyways. Okay. So we put a crane in. That's fun. I say we go ahead and do cross beams there. I mean, technically, it would only be able to go one way, but I imagine it going across the rails like that. But I don't have wheels. Make it viable, just throw spotlights everywhere. 750 PCU a pop. Yes. The Toy Story aliens would love it. I know. See, this is what we're gonna do. Everybody, we're gonna stand here. We're gonna look at it. This is what it would be like if you are one of the Toy Story aliens right now. The claw. See? It's this is the new Toy Story from the aliens' perspective. Back to it. Now that we've thoroughly lost track of what I was doing. So like I said, I don't think I'm going to close it in. I have been thinking about that, and I want to leave it open. And so we are going to remove this as soon as I remember where any of my stuff is. I'm going to throw this cargo container, fill it with, I'm about to have a bunch of parts, so we're going to do this. I'm going to fill my inventory up with steel plates here in a moment. Well, one of the sizes of cargo containers fit in the claw. That's a good suggestion. Chad, I will check that here in a moment. Let me ADHD focus on tearing down this wall real quick. Because if I don't, I'll completely forget to tear down that wall. There we go. Thankfully, that means I can use those for the rest of the build. Maybe? I bet you we can make something look like it's in transit, though. Huh. I wish it would fit. That'd be awesome. Is there something, even if it's not cargo, is there something we can put in there? Really sad that that doesn't fit. Oh, it might hold a barrel or a crate. You're right. I have all this open. Let's do that. Oh, it will. I think. It really looks like it should fit. It does. No, I just had it. No. Oh. Yeah, I'm a half finished component. Yeah, anything like that. I think that is surprisingly, I did not think that would. I've forgotten how to speak. The rest of the stream is just going to be me trying to remember what words are where in my vocabulary and how to say them. Yeah, looky there. And it's going to be dangerous too. So we're going to make this, you know, as far as games go, you know, everybody knows the red ones explode. So we're going to make it red. Don't run into that. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that's really, I'm really happy with that. All right, everybody, that's the stream. I'm kidding. Doesn't get any better than that. Now I kind of wish I had more cranes. He can't read all of chat, can't keep his mouth closed, and now he can't think. Rev stream is slowly falling apart. You know, that's okay. But we get to be here together for that journey, and we can all witness that together, kind of like if you were like watching the sun explode together. That would be kind of what it's like. Now you have a secret spot. That's my store. That's my well, now it would be secret. Big Rock, I'm not going to put my chromium there in that explosive barrel that's being carried. Fun fact, the yellow black lines are for permanent danger, and red and white for short-term danger things. Oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, I imagine these things are pretty dangerous too. This whole area would have to be like, I wish I had signs that said like hard hat required or something. That would be cool. So one of the things I wanted to try out as well with these down here, not so much the storage up there, was doing something like this. Can I until the crane drops it, which if I were controlling it would be very soon afterwards. No. I wanted it to look like actual little conveyor ports going off here. Oh gosh. Have to be 4x. Yeah. This is where I wish area welding was a thing. Yeah, I did okay with that. I got really into building cranes, if I can be honest. I need to. Wait. Probably. That's true. I did do that. Would it be easier for me? Let me look. Okay. I understand. I don't want to put you all through that either. So let's experiment. It would be a really cool thing though, but it would look great. I know what I can do. I've saved us time. So long as Rev figures out how to delete all these things. Nice. I can use the 2x. If there was a multiplayer option, yeah, I would need so many people. So the thing that I am most excited for in SE2 Donkey would definitely be it's going, or it would be, there's a thing they call it the killing fields is what they've been calling it in like the teasers and whatnot, where we can go and fight and do all of that. I'm looking forward to seeing that and engaging in that and doing combat that. So that's my hope. Maybe we just do you think it'd be fine if we just had the one? This is much more manageable. We'd have to, okay, I know what I can do there. Yeah, that maybe. Put some props on it. That'd be awesome. But this is why SE2 has a stranglehold on me right now, is this exact reason. I can build with these blocks and do this, like build that crane up there. Being able to learn more and more about what to do with the building blocks and figuring them out more is probably up there as well, Donkey. Oh, I hit the wrong button. All right, this is gonna have to be welded up, but it's significantly less, which is good. Yeah, once you said that you'd subbed and asked questions, I was like, it's that Princess Sheep, because you and I have been talking about learning a bunch of new stuff on it SE. Yeah, that's the bar counter. It's the bar for the factory, you know, because we really want to mix that together with the heavy industrial equipment. It just seems like a really good idea. So we wanted to experiment to see how great of an idea it actually was. What if I... Nice, that worked. I think. Yeah. I have not done an economy only run. I've watched a few creators do it though. Oh, well, that's a problem. Hang on now. It's not gonna work. Sad day. Can't believe that held on. What if we just put a 2x2 in there? Oh, that would be awesome. You'd have to let me know how it goes. Like I said, I've never done an economy only run before. All right. Hey, Rev, close your mouth. Somebody needs to tell me that. Nope. Misclicked. See, that worked. Oh yeah, I need to go to bed. It was good to see you. Glad to have you on here. I'll be doing this again hopefully on Tuesday, same time, 6 o'clock. There's not an inverted corner, unfortunately, so I don't know that we're going to be able to do it here. Oh, yeah, there is. All right. Oh, it's hard to tell. No, I need it this way. There we go. I will check that message here in a moment. What does that say, Chad? I have a color changing LED bulb for my porch light. The yellow LED died. So it's cycling between red, blue, and purple, which look too much like police lighting. Look how you got cops rolled up to your porch. So I put in a new one in and got all the colors back. Why is there a bunch of police lights in Chad's house? I hope everybody's ready for welding hour. Here we have Rev. Plays game welding every single detailing slope imaginable. I have to catch up to Ire's 200,000 PCU, and we're gonna weld every single little detailing slope till we hit it. You're welcome. Oh, it wasn't cycling that fast. It was set to a slower transition. I just imagine it looking like a rave. You got a big old party going on outside on your porch. Oh, that needs to be painted. I keep hitting P. It needs to have legs. It needs to be braced. Should Rev had thought about that? Probably. I think we'll do one here. Oh! Maybe. Yeah. Let's see about on this corner. I don't know why it insists to go all the way out here to do that. Come on now. There we go. I guess there needs to be one in the middle too. I guess we can put more barrels down. There's barrels and crates we can put on top of there maybe.
No suit energy.
Oh! Yeah, it's just for show. I'm experimenting to see what all I can do. No, your conveyors and are like an SC1. They're back here. They're in the back. They're all right here. They're actually conveying. I wanted to do something different up here, just to make it look more like a factory. Can I get a honk, yeah? You can get a honk, yeah. They do. A going prone mode for sure. Does this cover that? Yes. It does get in the way of the actual control console. You actually have to cross over the conveyors to get to the control console. That's a terrible design. Not OSHA approved. I am out of iron again. My batteries! My batteries! Okay. How are we doing on hydrogen? We're good? Okay. Back to it. I guess I need to find more iron. I know I've mined a lot of iron over here. We'll check this one right here. I don't know how I managed to do this. I did this last stream too. Every time I start a stream, it's at night. Woo! Like night on the game. It's also evening time when I start streaming in reality, but I need to change it. Oh, I've already mined over here. That's okay. Ugh. There we go. I'm having to play it safe with the mining ship because I don't know, for some reason my physics have not been great over here. Like I'll be level with the horizon, and like I won't be turned one way or another, and all of a sudden like I am not level with the horizon anymore with gravity, and things are going haywire, and then you have to spend half a like 20 minutes of your stream trying to flip your mining ship back over. But I think I'm also out of one of these battery packs has a problem. So let's look through. Where are you at on battery? Time until, yeah, 69%. Where are you at? You are at 69%. No, everybody's got it. Oh, we redeemed Silly Goose. Yay. I need to take a water break real quick. All right, and while I take a water break, I will say and ask that if you are enjoying the stream and you haven't hit the like button yet, if you don't mind doing that, I'd really appreciate it. It'd make me quite happy. I forgot to grab the iron. And if you enjoy what you're watching and you want to see more of it, I do my best to stream every week, at least once a week. I have been shooting for Tuesdays and Thursdays, but this Tuesday I couldn't even stream correctly because of internet stuff, but we do what I can. But if you would like to see more of that, if you want to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell as well, I'll let you know when I go live. It'll pop it up and say, hey, Silly Goose is live, Silly Goose Supreme is live. Go watch him play a you know, kind of okay stream of Space Engineers. Watch him play it decently. Ooh. I haven't played survival in so long. The early grind is real. It is. And I mean, they've added a lot of stuff too now with having to eat and actually keep your character fed. A little bit more to the early game loop, and not just the early game loop. Really, it's the entire game. I was doing a stream last week with the ship that I just featured in the tutorial, and I was constantly running out of food because I kept forgetting to eat. I was supposed to be counting those and I just didn't. I was too busy talking. 2, 3. There we go. Oh! You shall now pass the #1 hat. Are you having to go to bed, Chad? Yeah, I understand you having to be up early and all that. I get it. I won't be able to stream till 9:30 tonight for Duke's stream. I've got to go to bed at a decent hour. Mr. Ev is having a procedure done tomorrow, so I want to make sure I'm able to be up and ready to go to take her. And so I won't be able to stream as long as I normally do tonight. It was good to see you, Chad. I hope you have a great day, or a great nap and a great day tomorrow is what I meant to say. A great sleep. Let me see those decorative bars. Not these. Also, what do we think about putting barrels here too? Oh, they won't fit. Hey, EC, how's it going? How's that spaced out? Nah, they're too big. Oh, I could put like little... I'll just put conveyor junctions everywhere. My game will love that. Glad to hear sleep schedules don't get better after you're out of school. Yep. For the most part, our sleep schedules are okay. It just depends on how my medicine treats me. Sometimes my medicines really mess me up and give me insomnia and stuff like that. I saw, okay, so it said EC joined. Did he say something? EC, I don't know why I can't see your message if you said something on here. I must be going crazy. Kind of wish I had space for a rail. Can I get a honk? Yeah. You can get a honk. Yeah. Trying to remember the redemptions. I think the exclamation point redemption should tell you that. I can't remember if that's the, I don't remember if that's the redemption for that. So, so this is what I've been working on. Just playing around with the greebling some more. Oh, I need to decorate over here. Oh, no. Donkey, starting a new playthrough. Yes, okay, redemptions works. How you been doing, EC? Did you have a lot of snow and ice where you were? Does Control Z work for paint yet? I don't know. Oh. Yes. Yes, it does. Well, that was a happy little accident. Control Z does work for paint. 50 degrees and rain. That sounds great. I keep falling off this thing. Rev forgot to put railings. We'll have to do that. We'll also have to figure out what we're going to do about an entrance, quote unquote. Yeah, I like that. I like this idea. Does it look like a conveyor system? I think it does. Got over 2 feet of snow there. My goodness. It's gonna be the same over the weekend. Wow. Yeah, they're saying that there's a really big storm brewing, especially for the East Coast. We're supposed to get like a dusting, or a dusting. Okay, so they've been saying a dusting to 2 inches. So that's a rather large margin of error. I like that you're conveying conveyors. Very meta. I know. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. The storms only are just getting you though. Yeah. I'm out of Kentucky, so we just had our storms. And so we got it pretty bad on these last round of storms. We got a lot more ice than we got snow. Thankfully, it didn't knock our power out. It's messed around with the internet a little bit, but things seem to have leveled out with that. We have friends, of course, in other places. Marcus, who's usually here, I know he got affected by the ice pretty bad in where he is. That's fun. Did you see this, EC? Look at what we did. We made a crane, kind of. And it's gonna be where I store my not chromium. Yeah, it was a fun little side project we ended up just embarking on all of a sudden. Okay, let's figure out an entrance. So I don't want to use these blocks. We will use, well, but I don't want to use the small blocks either. One, two, three. We could do that. Maybe do the glass panes here. Gosh. We'll do the center of the block. Yes, that's what I wanted. I love it when a plan comes together. And then let's put a door down. As soon as I remember what bar I put them in. It's always the fun part, is playing guess the bar that your block is in. We're gonna pretend that was a funny one. Entrances. There we go. For those of you wondering, one of my favorite additions to SE2, it has to be the precision thing right here. This is awesome. Okay, so it's not gonna sit flush. Oh wait, no. To do that and make it work. Ah, almost ran into my own ship. Let me go ahead and get battery back. Silicone. Silicones. I got enough for one. Maybe. What does it take? Does it take glass? I might have. I do. Yay. Nope. I've got to transfer all of this over at some point. I just haven't done it yet. Oh, I needed the silicone still. Yeah, this is where I originally had all my production stuff before I had the room. If you do end up playing SE2, just a heads up, when you get into your ship, right as of right now, you dampen to it, and that doesn't stop. So you'll start levitating sometimes and ascending. I just say my character's ascending. Oh, it looks like we're gonna need nickel. Unless, let me see if I have the parts for it. Motor, electronic parts. I have the parts for it. That's another cool aspect of it, is you can either build through having the ore, or you can use the parts. I like that, having that sort of versatility. Electronic parts. Oh crap. Being able to kind of choose. I forgot the steel plates. Wait, what? Did I not grab the motors? Hang on. Oh, I didn't. What a silly goose. Let's go ahead and figure this part out. Oh, I'm ascending again. Hate it when I just descend out of nowhere. Oof. Undo that. Maybe I'm being raptured. That's what it is. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to do something like this for now. Oh gosh. All right, off to cook dinner. Have a great stream. All right, good to see you, EC. Have a great dinner. Mm-mm. How come that works? It's a lot. No, that would... One of these days, Rev will finish an entire sentence. Do we know when that day is going to be? No, we don't. It'll probably be the same day he gets raptured by space engineers.
Inventory full.
There we go. In my opinion, what is the best SE1 planet? So I have a lot of different opinions about the planets. It depends on what you want to do. I'll put it that way. If you are very much a rover enthusiast, I find that planets like the like Pertam or Mars are a lot of fun to do rovers on. A little bit less jagged. If you're of course you're a fan of the easier start, the Earth-like is good. It just really just depends on how you are planning on playing. If you haven't tried it yet, you know, I would say try on Pertam or try on Mars for sure. Or Titan, or not any of the moons that aren't the super radioactive one. Europa, don't do Europa. What if I did another door here? That's not going to be here. This is going to get removed. I need to put it up. Actually, I need to put it in that area up there. Yeah, Triton, I just love the feeling. Also, Easy Hydro. Yeah, for sure. Anything in the Gear Forge? I do have something in the Gear Forge. I forgot to put a Gear Forge up here. What an unfortunate turn of events. Oh, that'll work. Why? Yeah, let me get a poll from everybody. I could probably do an actual poll in the chat, but if I'd have to figure out how to do that live on stream. What do we think about maybe starting up a Space Engineer survival? I think that might be fun. I can certainly get a server up and running. I think it'd be a lot of fun to experience that together. Would y'all play on it if I did that? Nah, Nug says yes. Having to fix a mistake of mine, and that mistake is I forgot to put the gear forge up here. It would be Steam. I would probably get the server through G Portal. That's what I did for my my 500 subscriber stream. Yeah, if that's something we want to do, all I gotta do is talk to Miss Rev. I'm out of heavy plates. Not heavy plates, steel plates. And he's floating away again. You know what? Maybe I put a canopy over this and a light overneath it. That's a new word. Over top of it. might be best just to do that. Yeah. %, suit. Let me see about putting a light in. Perfect. Nice. Sorry I'm not chatty. I'm painting a garden gnome. That's okay. You don't have to be chatty all the time. I get it. I'm not particularly chatty today myself. Don't know what's going on with that. Oh, I need electronic parts? I picked up the wrong thing. Oh, that won't do. Yeah, well, let's put that there. That'll be okay. Uh-oh. All right. So trying to get this entrance underway, getting it completed or somewhat completed. I don't know why those don't sit center, but it is what it is. or sit like survival above 4 right now, and I just ran out of food. No. Oh, that sucks. That's brutal. I hate to hear that, donkey. I've definitely been there, though. I feel for you. Rip your welding speed. Yep. All right. Got just a little bit of iron left. I have to go another half block out, I think. Testing the limits of the unified grid system, one off measurement at a time. All right, well, back to the mining ship. Oh. Oop. Yeah, had to readjust. Then I need my desk. That hurt. I didn't read the instructions. I did not. But hey, like I said, this is not a professional space engineer stream. This is the world's most okayest space engineer stream. I've already got a mine going there. I really hope they add some sort of base game PAM to the miners in SE2. Yeah, me too. I think that they will probably iterate something. I don't know for sure. It would be a good idea. I would like to see what they're going to end up doing with automation in general. What they're going to add. See, and I've had this conversation, and Ire has had this conversation before on his streams, but my hope is that SE2 becomes its own game, right? I don't want it to be Space Engineers again. I would just play Space Engineers if I wanted to play that, right? Like I want it to be its own, I have its own identity apart from the original Space Engineers. I'm just fine with them like iterating on concepts that were already in Space Engineers, but I would like them to be different in some sort of aspect. Like to me, the backpack building and all that is a really cool iteration and innovation from what you had to do. I liked that they were taking a different approach. Still do. I mean, it'll share some similarities, of course. Like you're still gonna have to mine for resources. That would take away from the building aspect of the game if you didn't have to. So, you know, building ships is still a lot of the base things are still there, of course. But I want to see how they iterate it differently to where it kind of takes on its own personality, its own life apart from the original. What would I like to see to make it its own? I'm already seeing it. I mean, and the way I'm seeing it is specifically in the fact that the unified grid system exists. The fact that I just put a conveyor system, quote unquote, as decoration by building with the small detail blocks, that offers that in itself is an opportunity that is offered by Space Engineers 2 that Space Engineers 1 does not offer. There's no way for me to have even really considered doing something like that. Just the way that the grids work, that would be like trying to build large grid and small grid together, and that doesn't work unless you're super gridding or using the rotors and stuff on Space Engineers 1, which is in and of itself inviting calamity. It's an upgrade, but I think it does distinguish itself from Space Engineers in that way. Water is already going to be a big difference. The fact that we'll be able to build submarines, stuff like that. The colonization thing is a lot different. I want to see what they do to sort of expand upon that. And of course the story mode, which we don't really have in Space Engineers 1, we have for 2. So I want to see what that's all about as well. I think it would be awesome if there was a bit of a top-down fleet command system. That would be cool. No clue how it would work, but it'd give me a reason to make a carrier, right? And sort of turn it into a if you had the option of like, I don't know, have y'all ever seen the game X4? That's what you reminded me of just now with the sectors and the top-down fleets. It's a X4 is a really fun strategy, like a war strategy game with space. Definitely worth looking into if you haven't played it. Corey Davis, welcome in. When do you think the update is coming out? I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I wish I was privy to a lot of that. I will say I hope that it takes them as long as they need to get everything in working order with the mechanical stuff. They're supposed to be adding mechanical blocks, I believe, with this next update, and I don't want those of you that played early access know that the pistons and whatnot were cool starting off, but it was you invoked playing a lot more often than you used to. First person Stellaris would be fantastic. Stellaris is fantastic if you haven't played it. If you're a big fan of RTS, I have way too many hours in Stellaris. I'm ascending again. To fix that, if you are going to play this, you can just turn your dampeners on and off and it'll fix it. Those are the little things that just happen with the early access. It's all I would call it growing pains. Do you think they should add an NPC that's just bad dad jokes? I would be all for that, honestly. Why not? Like, it would be like, so if you've played on Space Engineers enough and you get that, there's a little observer drone that shows up every now and then, and it'll just sit there and it'll follow you around and watch what you do. It's really cute. That, but like an NPC ship with an NPC in it that just stays around and tells you really bad dad jokes would be a lot of fun. We need to put that in the suggestions, Corey. We can put that on the Discord for Keen Software. If you don't laugh in chat, it eventually attacks you. Yeah, there you go. It gets mad because you're not listening to its jokes. It's like, you didn't think that was funny? Here, have a missile. Or whatever weapons we're gonna have. They're supposed to be putting in turrets too with the next update. Or soon. I know they're soon, in an update soon. I'm sure it's supposed to be around the 2.2. Either way, it's gonna be really good once they do get it figured out, get it all added. I have a lot of faith in Keen. They've already made one really great game. It's still being iterated on and still has a lot of love being poured into it. I thoroughly expect them to do the same thing here with Space Engineers 2. Space Engineers in general is one of those games that has always been my fallback. You know, I've always enjoyed my time playing Space Engineers 2. Does that mean that I don't burn out every now and then? Certainly. I think everybody does to a degree, or I want to try and play something new that's come out. But I always know I can go back to Space Engineers and have a fantastic time. Plus, now with being on YouTube and whatnot, this is now sort of my thing. So, as one would say, and I guess I can consider myself a Space Engineers YouTuber. Which is awesome. I never thought about that. And Nugs and I Nugs is my brother, so he knows just how much I enjoy Space Engineers. He actually was the one that suggested I start doing that, Space Engineers and tutorials for it, long before I actually thought about doing tutorials for it. So I'm surprised I haven't heard more I told you so, than I have. Space Engineers and Ark are my go-tos. You just can't go wrong with them. Ark has, I think I have 3,000 hours in Ark. I'm right there with you. I'm excited. I really like what they did with this most recent update for Survival Ascended. The newest, the Lost Colony stuff is pretty cool. I think they did a lot of really interesting things with it. I've got to go mine silicon now. Gotta go mine silicone. I don't think I have enough. I might have enough glass. We'll see. You're just being nice. I appreciate it. I have enough for one glass. I would still need, yeah, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna transfer as much iron as I can over into this storage. If I can get the factory done, we're doing a landing pad for the goose spill next, because it needs to happen. Probably multiple landing pads. don't know why that iron and the other iron don't want to sit together. Satisfactory. I do. I haven't played it in a little bit, but I've got quite a few hours in it. I enjoy it. So Satisfactory in those games, they satisfy a certain organizational thing for me. I like making the again, it falls back on the making them look pretty, which I was thinking about this and thinking about Satisfactory's conveyors when I was doing that. But I like making the conveyors and all of that really pretty. But yeah, I play Satisfactory. My buddy Nacho, who sometimes is in chat, he may be at work right now. No, he's probably on his way home from work. He's got more hours than I can. Yeah, he's got a lot of hours in Satisfactory. It's a lot of fun too. It scratches an itch that some other games don't. How about you, Corey? You play it a lot? All right, we cleared that. Let me see what's in my inventory. Let me put those steel plates. Yeah, steel plates away. One of the things that they did change in Space Engineers 2 is that your character, your astronaut, not astronaut, oh my goodness, your Space Engineer's weight now is calculated in the ship's weight. So if you're carrying a full inventory, you're going to affect how much your ship can carry too. I need silicone. Them silicones. I have almost 300 hours. Nice. What would you say is your favorite thing about Satisfactory? What do you like about it the most? And I'll ask you, Donkey, you were the one talking about Ark, right? Yeah, Ark. Tell me, what about you for Ark? What do you like most about Ark? I know that's funny. You said that's one of your go-tos. The lore, I like the lore of Satisfactory a lot. I also oh my goodness, I also like that you can walk around with a mug in your hand, and that makes me happy. I may have overshot the ore patch. I did. The progression is so well done. Right. I always say, or I've said before to some other folks, that the beginning sort of progress or process for Ark is one of my favorites. It's very satisfying going from punching trees to getting your first stone axe and your first pickaxe, to taming a parasaur or taming a moss chop, so that you're just never without fiber. That to me, that's one of the most rewarding things about Ark, is that beginning grind, going from Beach Bob to, you know, every dinosaur you could ever think of. And I have played the mess out of 7 Days to Die, Corey. I have got many hours in that. Never streamed it. I didn't plan on doing anything with like YouTube on it. Don't really feel like trying to compete with Guns, Nerds, and Steel or Jawoodle. But I do enjoy watching them play and whatnot. Hey, what's up, Flying Fish? How you doing? We're just having conversations over here about different games we like to play. I know that you enjoy quite a bit of some Animal Crossing. What are some other games you like to play, Fish? Tell me about some of your favorite games. Surprised you're not streaming tonight. Oh, I'm ascending again. I'm going to the space without my ship. Crash Bandicoot, Insane Trilogy, content warning, Peak, and more. I know. I need to just. I want to play some Peak and stuff with y'all. I won't stream it, of course, but I enjoy those content warning streams and hanging out. It's been too long. Let's see. I'm pet sitting for the next few days. Oh, okay. Well, all right. That's fun. Who are you pet sitting for? My only issue with Ark is once you get to electric, the progression falls off. You're gonna hear the sound will go off here on because I'm windowed out. And all that fun enough and all that are fun. Oh my goodness, I can't read. But mutations and all that are fun enough to carry late game extinction. Definitely peaked on what late game could be. You're right. That's my big thing about Ark has always been the mutating and all of that. I took the silicon out that I needed to finish that window. Content warning was the first game we played together, and it feels like it's been ages, Fish. It feels like ancient history, but it hasn't been that long. Do I just... Yeah, I match it on the other side too. I think. Pet sitting for a friend of mine and cats. Awesome. Dying Light. I've played Dying Light. I played Dying Light 2 and The Beast. All of them are pretty good. I enjoy them. Haven't played them with friends though. I bet you that's a different story. Different sort of experience. One I'm missing out on shortly. Well, just like that, we're back to needing more silicon. How goes the Animal Crossing? Fish, I haven't been able to catch your stream here recently, but I know you are working on getting the hotel and your 3-star island and working on those hotel rooms. I enjoy being able to just sort of decorate the hotel room and having all those options available to me. It's been great. That's one of Animal Crossing is also one of those games I like to go to when I don't want like super high stress stuff. That and Stardew Valley. I'll play the mess out of some Stardew Valley. That's the only game I've ever really 100% completed, the Stardew Valley. Mostly because it rewarded me for getting 100% completion. Oh, did y'all like multiple people play Stardew? That's fun. You and Kat? That's also an experience I haven't had, is multiplayer Stardew Valley. Well, that was okay. That was a silicon ore vein, but there was enough silicon there to maybe kind of build half of a window. Me, Cat, and Connor, you should play with us sometime. I'd be down to play some Stardew Valley. Do you think SC would be more fun if bots went out of their way to attack your base? Absolutely. In fact, there are mods that do that. There are a few mods that I can't think of right offhand that do that, but I mean, they're brutal. I think it would have to be, I know Reapers will do it. Corruption might be only space only, I'm not sure, but if not, they do it. You have, I forgot the name of it. It's not Assert. Assert might do it. But there's another one. It's not. It's escaped me. I'll have to think about it. Orcs also will find your base, yes, but there's like a big war mod that adds a bunch of factions that war with each other, and if you make them mad, then they just start attacking you over and over and over again. I've mind blanked on what it could be, but I had it installed at one point, and that was a lot of fun. But I uninstalled it for creative, like content creation reasons. It was hard to create content and still get bombarded at the same time, so I uninstalled it. You're still fairly new to it. It is one of those games, Fish, that will it'll be one that you fall back on and just play all the time. At least I feel that way about it, because it is. And let me tell you, one of my favorite things about Stardew Valley is the soundtrack. Oh, we're just having, hey, Ire, you're all right. And I understand. I mean, I wish I had more hours in the day. We're building away. I want to show you some pretty cool stuff that I did. We are going to go with the open concept on the factory. I'm not going to enclose it, but I was working on the entrance to the factory. So I'll show you that, but I did some pretty cool things. At least I think they're pretty cool. I guess that's what matters, really. Oh, you love the eating sounds? Me too. Just wait till you find out there are like super rare hats you can get. You're still looking for a really good sandbox-based defense like 7 Days to Die, but a different genre. It's hard to beat. It's hard to beat 7 Days to Die for base defense stuff. They do it very well. The problem with 7 Days to Die, at least this is my feeling of it, is that for some reason the fun pimps decided to take something that really wasn't broken and break it and then call it an update. I think Star Rupture has the potential to really do that as well. Valheim, I have played it. I might be the odd one out. I don't enjoy it as much as everybody else does. I don't know what it is about Valheim. I don't know. I can't get into it. I don't think it's not that I don't like it. It's just that I haven't found myself getting into it as much as some other games. And it may just be that every time I go to play it, something big comes out, like an update, and so I get distracted by whatever that update is. But I mean, I have no qualms against it. Everything I've seen about it, it's a fantastic game. Or in Ira's opinion, it isn't that great, but everybody I've talked to has said it's really good. It's just not a game that I personally would play a lot, or I have played a lot. It was great in its first month, but has grown to become pretty bad. Yeah, it kind of has had its own issues. It's kind of like what 7 Days to Die is doing. They keep adding to it, and it doesn't really help it. I think 7 Days to Die in particular, I feel like they did so much good with it, and then all of a sudden they took everything they did well and then changed it again to something that didn't work, and it was just it just mind-boggling to me. So this is what I did. It doesn't really make logistically any sense because I can't get, technically you wouldn't be able to get to the fabricator. So, but I liked the idea of doing this. I wanted to try it out and see what I could do. So we did that. I liked this. Yeah, deploying a Fortnite. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Iron Gate just doesn't seem like they know what they're doing. So similar to the Fun Pimps, 100%. You just wait. There's gonna be one like huge like 7 Days to Die stand come in here, fan, and just rip me a new one. I feel like Fish messaged me or put one in here and then I lost it up in the chat. Yeah, okay, the eating sounds. Stan was the right word there. Thank you. It's one of those new age words. I try not to age myself too much. That's gonna blend in there. Let's do. I could have done 2 buys here, but it is what it is. Yep. You're right. I keep hitting the escape button for some reason. Yeah, so I am going to go with the open concept iron. Like I said, I'm working on the entrance to it now. But as far as greebling goes, this was a really cool addition. This happened randomly. Chad said something about putting a crane in and dig rock, and a lot of others had suggested maybe a crane of some sort. So we really got into talking about putting a crane, quote unquote. So I did, to make it look just make it look like something's happening there. Yeah, in SE2 V3 you'll have you have to start a new game when they add water. Yeah. I'm all for it though. I'm gonna build me a really cool submarine. The one thing I don't have right now is railings, so I just keep falling off the side. I don't like that. Space just coming for me. Space. It really does. Oh. Yeah, it makes it look like a factory. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, I straight up missed that one. Hold up. I'm not as good with the unified grid system as I'd like to say I am. I'm getting there though. That was a mistake on my part. I'm gonna blame past me though. I think this is past me's fault. Happy little accident. Happy little accident. I don't trust you. I don't trust past you with a shock stick. You're right, but I had a lot of fun with that. Do you think combat will still only be 2 kilometers? That I don't know. I don't with the render range as well good as it is. I'm pretty sure I could see validation station's shadow at some point. We may need to take a trip to validation station. Oh gosh. All right, we're gonna rework the front of this. Because it's making my brain hurt. Let me do this. I'm gonna go. Remove that. I really want an oil rig base on the planet ocean once it's out. That was my idea. How'd you know my idea? I was gonna build an oil rig. I'm glad great minds think alike. Okay, those are even. Those are good. So we're going to do that. But they're okay. I see what I did. There are 2 separate. Two ways I could have put that on here. I think it's, yes. I have it one forward because I wanted the extra space to walk in. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I really like the oil rig idea. Oh, I could. Ooh, that's a really good idea, Donkey. To like maybe put a shipwreck out there, like an actual shipwreck, build one. That would be cool. Let me see where my windows go. Rev's gonna sing a song. Hope you enjoy. Be on Spotify soon. I'm kidding. It's not gonna be on Spotify. I wouldn't do that to y'all. You know, let's do this. Uh-oh. Well, that's a problem. You'd have to renew your Spotify. I wouldn't ask you to renew your Spotify subscription to listen to my song. Oh, that would be cruel. Do I? Do I just do? I mean, it's really a waste of resources, but it's... Don't know why I would have 2 doors, but the only thing that's making sense to me right now. As you can see, if you haven't noticed yet, the smoke coming out of Rev's ears. Well, if they work like I've seen, like with the testing and whatnot, I think they'll be pretty cool. I don't know if they'll like, I don't know how they'll flow, if they'll flow a lot. I guess you would have to. It would have to be one of those things of like for us being able to understand that like there's a real reality that flowing water costs a lot of performance to calculate all of it. So I don't know. I would like to think it would be really interesting. I am at a loss for what to do. Let me see. All right, come on now. Use your brain, Rev. You got this. Rev, I don't think Rev has this. Rev's brain is just not firing. It just sits weird. It's not gonna be even. That's bothering me a lot. It's just the same problem. I keep repeating the same problem over and over again. I'm out of iron. I have a whole bunch over here, though. I just went and got some. Yay! Hooray! You know, it'll be a little quirk. I'm gonna lose sleep over the fact that this is not even, but well, it's not. That's my problem. That's not y'all's problem. You don't have to worry about it. I like this very yellow base, like a golden goose. Yeah. It is. It's a thing. I would like for my navy blue to be back. How you doing, Duke? You ready for your stream tonight? You're almost ready? No, you're okay. I had a busy day as well. Are you the mama goose? I am the mama goose. Also known as Silly Goose Supreme. The Supreme Silly Goose. Aw, thanks, fish. Duke redeemed the silly goose. Fish, you're my favorite flying fish. The one and only. Oh, I missed the question. Almost ready. All right. I really hope they add a faction or a few that will take over your colonized sectors if you're too lazy to defend them. That sounds awesome. That sounds like a really, really cool mechanic that they could be added. You're welcome. I don't say that lightly. Not everybody gets called my favorite flying fish. That's a title. That's a one-of-a-kind title. Yep, that might change, but we're looking at that. Looks okay for now. There's more than one flying fish in my life. No, not actually. Shh. Shh. I've seen some flying fish on the Natural Geographic. I have not played Terraria yet. And that is something I keep downloading and then forgetting to play. Oh, you know, that was very not smart of me. Oh my goodness, it's 9:01. Okay, well, all we really got to do now is put a roof on here and decorate the entrance a little bit, but that won't even be a part of the factory, quote unquote. But I'm really excited about how this turned out. I'm super excited about the fact that this exists. That was a happy accident for sure. I'm glad it really does add to the factory look. So I think that we will call it a night here, folks. I have to go to bed. I would stream till 9:30 and just raid Duke, but I've got to be up. Miss Rev has an appointment tomorrow that I need to be take her to. She's having a procedure done, so I want to make sure that we are not, or I'm ready to go and I'm not super tired or anything like that. But unfortunately, I am going to have to sign off my normal time usually tonight. But I hope that you all have had a wonderful stream. I know that I have. It's good to talk with you all and to hang out with you as I build and play around with SC2 and the unified grid system. I would encourage you, if you have the time, go and watch Duke Skylover, who is in stream with me. He's one of the rad stream team members, along with myself and Ire, Builds and Beats. So he's going to be streaming at 9:30 my time. Yep, my time, which is Central Time. And he will be on his Titan series, correct, Duke? Is that what you're doing tonight, or are you doing SC2 tonight? Either way, I'm sure he'll answer that in chat. But either way, go check him out. Wonderful creator, great space engineers, YouTuber, and as well as Ire, Builds and Beats. Check him out too. I plan on doing this again Tuesday night. Granted, everything goes well. Good schedule going on with my day, and it just depends on everything that happens on Tuesday. But normally my schedule is Tuesday, Thursday, 6 to 9 p.m., 9:30 on Thursday, so I can raid Duke. But I'm gonna call it a night tonight, so I can just jump into bed, go to sleep. But y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you liked the stream, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you'll know when I go live again. As always, friends, remember that you are loved, and until next time, see you, silly gooses.